What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in for a new video. This is going to be a little bit different than my other videos. It is going to be a review, but not like the other ones I've done in the past. I was contacted not too long ago by a company by the name of Cigar Lab. Now, some of you might actually follow them on Instagram. They reached out to me via email and they asked me if I wanted to be among the first to try their new product. Not too long after, I was sent this nice little box right here. And the product in this little box is meant to change your cigar experience. How, you might ask? Well, let's take a quick look at the unboxing and you can get an even closer look at the product itself. In collaboration with Cigar Lab, I'm very happy to present to you the Caper Dry, which was designed to help prevent changes in a cigar's flavor due to contact with the saliva on the cap end. Saliva buildup can sometimes block a sufficient draw while smoking a cigar, and the Caper Dry has been designed especially to provide you not only with a better draw, but also with more enhanced flavors. I decided to go with the Casa Cuevas Core Line Habano to test out the Caper Dry, and I am using a perfect cut to make sure I have the straightest cut possible. As you can see, there comes 10 in a pack, as you might have seen in the unboxing. And if you're curious about the materials of the Caper Dry, the cap itself is made of Cayenne Tectona Grandis, otherwise known as teak wood, with a stainless steel pin. The objective is to get it sitting as evenly on the cap as possible. So after putting the Caper Dry on the cap, and it tried to make as even of a cut as I could, so I feel like it's resting pretty good on the cap after the cut that I've made. You have to fit your mouth a little bit more around the top, just so that way you can get a proper seal when you're puffing, but I can already notice the flavors are a little different than what I normally would taste with the Casa Cuevas Habano. Now, the Casa Cuevas Habano flavor profile is a very medium cigar. That is still very much present, but I'm tasting rather much more really toasted and spicy notes, a bit more pronounced than it normally is. It's been a while since I have smoked the Habano. I don't know if it's because I haven't smoked it in a while or because of the Caper Dry, but I'm feeling more inclined to think that it is because of the Caper Dry, because my saliva is not interacting directly with the cap, the cut in the cap specifically. This is a barrier in between the cut and my mouth, and while I do have to put my mouth around the edges of the cap in order to create a proper seal so that way I can smoke the cigar, I am noticing a difference, and it's not subtle. Yeah, I can honestly say that with the Caper Dry, it's not preventing me from getting the kind of flavors that I would want to get out of the cigar, but I am experiencing them in a different way just because of that barrier keeping me from, you know, slobbering and spitting all over the cut and the filler and all of that right there at the cap. But I feel like it's opening up a bit more. Like I said, more toasty, more woody, more spicy. The flavors are having a bigger impact. And as I mentioned before, you know, if you are having health concerns or anything like that, you're very health conscious regarding, you know, your lips touching tobacco, the Caper Dry, even though your mouth will have to touch the cigar to create a proper seal so you can smoke it, your lips are only touching the wrapper, and none of your saliva is getting into the open cut on the cigar. Now, some people might flinch at that. I understand, you know, because obviously as you're tasting it, you're getting more of the filler flavor and things like that. You want to experience all of it, but I can honestly tell you that I'm still experiencing the flavor of the cigar. Again, kind of in a new, more pronounced way, like reminding me of the first time that I smoked this cigar. Because you know how it is, you smoke something over and over again, and sometimes you kind of just get lost in it. You're not really paying attention to how it tastes. You just know that you like the cigar, and so that's why you keep smoking it. But with this, honestly, it's providing an altogether different experience, and I'm actually excited to try the Caper Dry with other cigars that I smoke on the regular to see how it might make that experience different. The cigar is still just as delicious as ever, but yeah, I feel like, again, far more toasty. I feel like I'm getting the flavors unmuted. Now, I don't know if my my spit, my saliva interacting with like the filler and the cap as much as it normally does has muted the flavors. I'd like to think not, but I do feel like that this is helping enhance it just a little bit more, so that way I can get the flavors kind of in a fresh, new way. And yeah, I feel like, again, I'm experiencing the cigar kind of for the first time in a while. But I feel like, yeah, I'm experiencing the cigar like I did the first time, and the flavors are very, very clear. I think that's a better way of describing it. The flavors are very clear. But yeah, that woodiness, that earthiness, that spice is coming through so clearly. Again, these are flavor notes I am familiar with this cigar. I can't tell you how many times I have smoked this cigar, but each time I've enjoyed it. But right now, but I can honestly say, without any exaggeration or, you know, anything dramatic, this is helping me experience the cigar in a way that I haven't in a long time. It's fresh and it is delicious. I will say though that if I'm having any issue with the product itself, is that I'm getting used to the barrier and making sure, again, my mouth forms a proper seal on the cap with the Caper Dry in place. It may take a couple of tries for me to get it absolutely just right, to make sure that the cut is nice and straight, to make sure that the Caper Dry rests and sits as it's supposed to, that it's centered and all that kind of stuff. So I'm definitely going to keep trying it with other cigars, so that way I can kind of get it fully where it needs to be, so that way I can get a proper seal on it. It's a little bit different. It's kind of you know, something you need to adjust to and acclimate to if you're going to use the product. But I can tell you, at least just with this cigar alone so far, it's made the experience different. It's made the flavors different, and in a way that is very pleasant and very, very nice. And yeah, I'm looking forward to, as I said before, trying it with other cigars. So if you guys want to check out Caper Dry, you want to try it for yourself, please click the link down below in the description, and to get 20% off your purchase, be sure to enter the code 20KyleSig. That is 20, my name, CIG. I'm going to put it there on the screen for you, so that way you can remember it and enter it if you decide to buy it. So please check it out. Please consider trying it. I want to thank the people over at Cigar Lab for getting in touch with me and sending me their product to sample, try, and review. It's pretty exciting, it's interesting, it's different, and I look forward to seeing what else they come up with over at Cigar Lab. But I'm going to continue enjoying my Casa Cuevas Habano with the Caper Dry. I hope you guys will consider checking it out and trying it. It's different. It's honestly unlike anything I think you guys have tried before, maybe to enhance your cigar experience, but I guarantee you it is something worth trying at least one time, just to see how it might change your cigar experience. Thank you guys once again for joining me. Thank you again to the people at Cigar Lab. I appreciate every single one of you, and as always, I will catch you in the next one.